JDev is back at it, here to give everyone another Breaking Bad Season 5 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Breaking Bad, or you're just not entirely sure, then you need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll say for you, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further, just to stay away from any spoilers. This will be Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode number 4. Title of this episode is called 51. This will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Walt and Walter Jr. retrieve Walt's Pontiac Aztek from the auto repair shop. The mechanic actually believes the car will last a long time, but when Walt puts on the hat he dons for his Eisenberg persona, his pride takes over. Walt impulsively sells the Aztek to the mechanic for $50, leases a new Chrysler 300 for himself, and later leases a new Dodge Challenger for Walter Jr. At Madrigal's Houston base, Lydia receives a call from Mike, who warns her that the police are about to arrive. She escorts Hank, Steve Gomez, and other officers to the Madrigal warehouse and points out Foreman Ron, who was supplying her with the methamphetamine. Mike reassures Lydia that Ron will not talk, adding that she will have to find a new guy in the warehouse soon, or she will have a new guy in the warehouse soon. Walt presents Skyler with a stack of newly earned drug money, saying that they have to recoup the lost $600,000 that Skyler had given to Ted Beneke. And then after her suggestion of sending the kids to boarding school is struck down by Walt, he mentions that she should throw him a party for his 51st birthday, which Walt doesn't really like parties and celebrations. And now all of a sudden he does, because he's a changed man since a year ago. The next day, Special Agent in Charge, Sack Ramsey, offers Hank the position of ASAC, which is Assistant Special Agent in Charge, vacated by Merkett. Now, Hank accepts, even though his pursuit of Eisenberg will be given to a field agent, and then that evening the Whites and the Schraders finish a meager birthday dinner in the backyard, a noticeable shift from the well-attended surprise party 1 year before that Walt didn't want. And then after Walter Jr. leaves, Walt notes that it has been a year since his cancer diagnosis. As he reflects, a fully clothed Skyler actually steps into the pool and slowly submerges herself. Now, Marie panics while Walt eventually jumps in to pull her out. And then back at the warehouse, Lydia tells Jesse Pinkman, or Jesse, to use a forklift to get a barrel of methylamine. As Jesse lowers the barrel with the forklift, Lydia points her flashlight at the GPS tracker affixed to the bottom of the barrel, forcing him to leave empty-handed. Now, back at the house, Walt learns that Skyler has asked Marie and Hank to look after the kids until her issues with Walter resolved. Walt tentatively agrees, though he considers it a temporary arrangement. Skyler insists that she will not have her children living in a house where dangerous events that occur are just shrugged off. She threatens to further harm herself to fake spousal abuse, which is ridiculous, and to send Walter Jr. to boarding school if Walt brings the kids back home. But he belittles her plans as unworkable, essentially. Now, yeah, that wouldn't work. Walter Jr. wouldn't stand for that. Now, breaking down and realizing there is no way out of her situation without hurting her family, she relents to his arguments, but not without admitting to him her only option is to wait. Wait for what, Walt says, and then to wait and hope that Walt's cancer will come back and kill him. That's crazy. And then the next day at the Vamonos Pest place, Mike is skeptical that the tracker was planted by the DEA because of its crude placement on the bottom of the barrel. When informed by Jesse that it was Lydia who spotted it first, Mike concludes that Lydia planted it herself in order to get out of their deal and vows to kill her. Jesse pleads with Mike to show mercy and asks for Walt's opinion. Walt vows to keep her alive so no time is lost finding a new precursor supplier. Now, Jesse later gives Walt a tag Huer Monaco wristwatch as a birthday present, which pleases Walt. And then at home, Walt informs a chain-smoking Skylar that more money is coming. He shows off Jesse's gift as proof that Skylar will eventually forgive him, as Jesse once wanted him dead at one point too. And then Walt goes to bed with time on the watch ticking away, and that's how this particular episode ends. So a little slower, but I think there's a lot of things that were interesting. The admission that Skylar is just waiting for Walt to die and hoping that the cancer will come back, that was a crazy moment. Her just walking in the pool and like going underwater, and like I'm not sure what her plan there was, but that was a little freaky. So it was a good episode. You know, Hank being promoted to ASAC, you know, Assistant Special Agent in Charge. That's pretty awesome. All in all, I'm going to give this episode a 9.0 out of 10. I'm not sure what the consensus is. I didn't look it up. It probably is higher, though. Probably is a 9.3 or 9.2. I don't know. And then the character of the episode, well, her acting, I had to give it to Skylar because she did a really good job with the part where she's like contradicting, or everything that Walt says, she throws back at him, and eventually just says that I can't wait for you. I have to wait till you die, and then everything will be all right. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. I know you're a fan of Breaking Bad, especially if you've watched this video this long, so make sure you smash that like button. I'm trying to get triple-digit likes. I know it's a long road for that, but, I mean, every little bit helps. If we can get double-digit ones, that would be a step in the right direction. If you know anybody that would be interested in talking about Breaking Bad, please share the video with them. Sound off in the comment section about your thoughts on this episode. What would you score this episode? Anything that you want to add? If you want to talk about your favorite Breaking Bad episodes or characters, you can add that too. Or any suggestions on how I should talk about Breaking Bad if you have them on your own. I know a lot of people want to see reaction videos where I watch the actual episode and you see me watch the episode. YouTube is just it gets copyrights, flagged and all that. I've done it before, and it's too much effort. Although I may start doing that again, but I don't know how long it will last. And of course, last but certainly not least, I want to grow this channel a lot more. So don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.